Hi, this is Madeline Prince, and today I'm going to be talking about the impact that the legalization of marijuana would have on the U.S. economy. First off, according to the research I've conducted and the articles I've read, the legalization of marijuana, so long as strictly regulated and controlled, would be extremely beneficial towards the U.S. economy. To give you a little bit of background, in 1970 the federal government classified marijuana among the most dangerous substances, also stating that it had no medical benefit. In recent years, the opinion on marijuana has changed. A recent poll in Maine showed that 65% of voters agree that adult use marijuana should be legal, so long as strictly regulated in a similar manner to alcohol. 5 jurisdictions in the United States have legalized small amounts of marijuana. Colorado and Washington legalized in 2012, while Alaska, Oregon, and D.C. legalized in 2014. On May 19th this year, Texas legalized the use of cannabis oil in epilepsy treatment to control seizures. Some people in the nation, despite changing opinions, still have concerns about the legalization of marijuana. Governor Herbert of Utah, for example, is open to discussions concerning the legalization of marijuana for medical use, but fears legalization will stretch to dangerous recreational use. Also, when Georgia legalized medical marijuana, a North Carolina representative told the Christian Science Monitor, "Obviously the stories are heart-wrenching. Still, I don't think medical marijuana is appropriate." State Representative Brandon Dillon is a strong advocate for the legalization of marijuana in Michigan. Dillon has argued that removing marijuana from the underground economy, or black market, will benefit the U.S. in multiple ways. First, the increase in tax revenue would provide the state with more money to spend on infrastructure, education, and public safety. Second, the tight regulation on marijuana production and sale would make it less available to minors than it was when on the street. Lastly, the legalization could reduce the cost of running correctional facilities. Michigan dedicates more money to funding prisons than it does on higher education. In addition, 1 in 8 incarcerated people nationwide are there due to marijuana offenses. Legalization would mean less people behind bars and fewer tax dollars spent on keeping them there. Colorado is a great state to look at when investigating the effects of legalized marijuana. In an interview conducted 6 months following the legalization of recreational marijuana, Colorado Governor Hickenlooper said, "It seems like the people that were smoking before are mainly the people that are smoking now." Many of those opposed to national legalization are concerned that the crime rates will go up in response. In fact, violence and property crimes in Colorado fell 6.9% the year after legalization. Another concern of the opposed is underage consumption. Following the legalization in Colorado, the number of high school students reporting past month use of marijuana fell 11%, whereas the national statistic rose by 11%. In addition, legal marijuana regulations require that all retailers card customers to be sure they are at least 21 years of age, something black market dealers tend not to do. In addition, marijuana legalization has provided an extra $22 billion in revenue for the state of Colorado alone. If marijuana is legalized to be grown and sold in the U.S., it therefore is included in the nation's gross domestic product. While illicit drugs only account for 1% of the world's GDP, that 1% is higher than 88% of all countries' GDPs. Legalization of marijuana will also help to alleviate unemployment. In Colorado alone, the legalization of marijuana has resulted in the creation of 42,000 legitimate and stable jobs. Supply of marijuana will also be affected by legalization. As regulations are strengthened, supply will decrease due to less black market activity. Demand will remain constant, so the decrease in supply will drive up price. And due to legalization, this increase in revenue will be able to benefit the economy rather than the black market. To conclude this presentation, the legalization of marijuana would have many economic benefits, including increased tax revenue, decreased costs of maintaining correctional facilities, decreased crime rates, increased gross domestic product, and decreased unemployment. Other benefits would also result, including limited availability to minors. Overall, the benefits of legalization outweigh the consequences. Thank you for listening.